Jay, Alan, Steve, and June, it is a privilege to share the stage with you. It is a joy for Lisa and I to be here for this celebration. I am humbled and honored to share a few minutes of reflection. Bruce, thank you to you and your team for all the work that has gone into making tonight such a great success. Christian Heritage in this school community will always have a special place in our family's hearts and memories. My children literally grew up on this campus. When I see the Heritage House, I'm reminded of the country song, "The House That Built Me," as our family has so many wonderful memories of our time in that home. And many of you in this room helped us as we raised our children. I fondly remember when Jacob, our fifth child, was 2 or 3 years old, and he wandered off to the back of the school campus. And Carol Smith found him crying and delicately and gently brought him back to our house. During our 9 years of living in the Heritage House, the school learned that it's not wise to put a playroom in a room with all windows. We broke 27 windows during our time here. We counted. Bob Mastrangelo became a family friend. He was called so often to fix the windows. Our kids loved playing in the attic, which was full of costumes for the musicals, and it was certainly an interesting time looking out our back door to see a school and the animals of the Connect family. We moved to North Carolina with 2 upper school students, 2 middle school students, 2 lower school students, and a preschool daughter. I stand here today with a college graduate, 3 college students, 2 high schoolers, and after 18 straight years, my last year of having a lower school student. My children are truly the joy of my life and an amazing blessing, and we owe much of that to this community. I look back at my first days as headmaster in 2004 and wonder, what was the board thinking? I was a naive, young 32-year-old who thought I knew much more than I actually did. I'm eternally grateful for the patient and wise board members who mentored and guided me. I'm humbled by the hours that John Hart and Ed Morgan, Jan Nagel, Ed Wahlberg, Carol Wolf, Jim Tucker, and other dedicated trustees invested in me and my leadership. Professionally, I was so blessed to work alongside talented and passionate educators. I cannot speak enough about how much I learned from June Van Gore. She too was graciously patient with a rookie head of school. In a still, quiet moment, I can still hear the click of her heels coming down the hall. And I can picture that look. That was usually for students, but sometimes for me. Those days were exciting, and as we renovated the Blue House and added the barn and added programs and classes to the school. And when I look back at my time as headmaster, I vividly recall the fun we had together. I greatly enjoyed sitting around the boardroom table with our senior staff. I learned so much from Randy and Sean and Vicki and Cindy, Lisa and Martha and others. But when I think back to my time at Christian Heritage, I recall a conversation with a man I truly had a valuable relationship with. I too have dreams about him. John Nair has given his heart and soul to the school in so many ways. I love seeing how his talent and creative eye has transformed this campus. When we were getting ready to pour the concrete path from the Heritage House to the school, I noticed that John made the path curved in some spots. I thought it should be a straight line with a right turn angle. John brilliantly pointed out to me, people don't walk in straight lines. This is a beautiful picture of the Christian journey. None of us walk in straight lines, but where we start and where we end matters. Christian Heritage, for me as well as my own children, provided a foundation of biblical truth and purpose. Those who walk these halls today and those who walked before, whether for a long time or a short period, do not walk in a straight line. But I know this community is always walking towards Jesus. I am so blessed that today I see the fruits of a Christian Heritage education at Charlotte Christian School, where I currently serve as head of school. I am thrilled that I have 2 alums of this school who once sat in my office for, shall we say, mentoring, but now are shaping students through their work as teachers in Charlotte. Amanda Nair and Matt Corman will tell you their path wasn't always straight while at CHS, but they walked toward Jesus, and now Christ is using them in a mighty way. It started in their homes and was reinforced on this campus. Their lives are just two examples of the amazing ministry that this school continues to have across the country and the world. I am proud of them, and I am thankful for my time on this wonderful campus with God's people. May God continue to bless the ministry of Christian Heritage, and may God continue to provide for and protect this wonderful school. Thank you.